students, in the last classes we discussed about various concepts of chemistry under the language of chemistry. Now we are going to discuss very important branch of chemistry, that is atomic structure, which is also called structure of atom. Why there is a necessity to discuss about this? Because every kind of matter that is there in the universe, whether it may be solid, liquid or gas, is made up of smallest particle, that is atom. That means if you are going on breaking, for example, if you break a chalk piece into many pieces, if you tear a paper into many pieces, if you are going on doing so, you are going to reach a finest particle. That finest particle of every kind of matter is called atom. That means atom is the most fundamental of all the particles that can have independent existence. Means every atom is individual. These atoms combined to form molecules. These molecules are cause for the matter. That means matter is divided into molecules. Molecules are broken into atoms. In a single manner, atoms are the building blocks of all kinds of matter. That means every kind of matter is composed by the tiny particles, that is atom. From the ages, many scientists tried to give appropriate explanation about the atoms. Those in the case of appropriate approximations, one of the Indian sages, Kashyapa, also known as Maharshi Kannada, proposed his theory about the atom as Parama Anu and Anu. In his view, Parama Anu means atom, Anu means molecule. He wrote his theory in a famous book called Vaiseshika Sutra, and this book is also called Kana Siddhanta. Like Maharshi Kannada, one more Indian sage is nothing but Acharya Nagarjunudu. He did many experiments in chemistry. He is very famous for metallurgy and reactions of those atoms and molecules. This Acharya Nagarjuna is a follower of Maharshi Kannada. Like the Indian sages, Greek philosophers also tried to explain the basic nature of atom. One of the scientists is Democritus. He also proposed that every kind of matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms. In the Greek language, the word atom can be pronounced as atomio, which means indivisible. Later, Democritus, John Dalton, one of a English school teacher, tried to explain the nature of atoms in his famous book, that is Basic Theory about the Nature of Matter and a New System of Chemical Philosophy. In his book, he wrote the fundamental structure of atom at the very beginning in 1808. Later, William Crookes, J. Thomson, Goldstein, Chadwick, Rutherford, Niels Bohr, like such kind of the scientists are tried to develop the structure of atom. But very beginning we are going to learn the fundamental postulates of Dalton's atomic theory, which was proposed in 1808. As we already said, he is a school teacher. What the postulates are? Number one, the word atom means indivisible. We can't see it with the naked eye. Means atom is a smallest particle of every kind of matter. These atoms combined, as we already said, these atoms combined to form compound atoms. That combination will be in a fixed ratio. Atoms combined in fixed proportions to give compound atoms. These compound atoms we are calling as molecules. For example, if you consider water, H2O, which is a combination of two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. The ratio of hydrogen and oxygen is always 2:1. It is always constant. It does not change throughout the universe. It is always constant. Wherever you go, the ratio must and should be constant. If we consider HCl, volumetric ratio of hydrogen and chlorine is 1:1. That means one atom of hydrogen and one atom of chlorine. Throughout the universe, the ratio must and should be constant. If you consider one more example, CO2, the volumetric ratio of carbon and oxygen in CO2 is 1:2. That means atoms combine to form compound atoms in a fixed proportions. These atoms are combining to give compound atoms. If the atoms are same kind, that compound atom is called molecule. Compound atoms formed by the combination of same kind of atoms in fixed ratio is called element. The compound atoms formed by the combination of different kinds of atoms in fixed ratio is called as compound. As we already know, examples of compounds HCl, HNO3, H2SO4, acetic acid, various innumerable number of compounds we already discussed earlier. Atoms of given element have identical mass and identical properties. Atoms of given element have identical mass and identical properties. The meaning is properties of oxygen element and the properties of another oxygen atom are always similar. Why? Because both of them belongs to oxygen atoms only. Properties of nitrogen and properties of oxygen are not similar. Why? Because they are different. Properties of oxygen and properties of the nitrogen are not similar because they are different. That means atoms of different elements have different masses and different properties. One other postulates is these atoms neither created nor destroyed in a reaction. They undergo reorganization of atoms. Example, hydrogen atom and chlorine atom in their form of molecules, they combine to give hydrogen chloride, HCl. That means properties of hydrogen, which is a gas, chlorine is also a gas, but whereas HCl is a liquid, generally properties of HCl and properties of hydrogen and chlorine are not similar. That means here in this case atoms are reorganized their properties. If you consider one more example, H2O. H2O, water is formed by the combination of hydrogen and oxygen. Properties of hydrogen and properties of oxygen are different when compared to properties of water. That means hydrogen and oxygen undergo the process of reorganization to form new type of molecules. Totally, the word atom means indivisible. Matter consists of the smallest particle called atoms. These atoms combined in a fixed proportions. If these fixed proportions are of same kind is called element. If these fixed proportions are different, they are called compound. Atoms neither created nor destroyed in a reaction. Atoms of given element have identical mass and identical properties. But this theory, that is Dalton's atomic theory, was vanished after the discovery of fundamental particles by William Crookes, who conducted the experiments on discharge tube. J.J. Thomson, he discovered the negative charged particles, that is electrons, under the name of cathode rays. Goldstein discovered positive charged particles under the name of anode rays. After the discoveries of all of these, it is proved that, and there is an evidence is there for us to show that atoms are divisible. Inside every atom there are some more smallest tiny particles. These smallest tiny particles may have charges also, both positive charge and as well as negative charge. These negative charged subatomic particles, why? Because they are smaller than atom and present inside the atom, so they are called subatomic particles. There are three fundamental subatomic particles are inside an atom, that is negative charged particle electron, positive charged proton and neutron. Here a table is provided for you to rename them. Example, the symbol of electron is E, symbol of proton is P+, symbol of neutron is N0. Electron was invented by J.J. Thomson. Proton was invented by Goldstein. Neutron was invented by Chadwick. What is the charge of electron? -1. The relative charge of proton is +1. Neutral chargeless particle is neutron. Comes to the mass of electron, 9.11 into 10 power minus 31 kg. Come to the mass of proton, 1.673 into 10 power minus 27 kg. As usual, mass of neutron and proton approximately equal, that is 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 kgs. That means if you consider electron is smallest and massless particle with negative charge which revolve outside the nucleus. Because of heavy mass, protons and neutrons are present inside the nucleus. Later it will comes to know. In the next classes we are going to discuss about how these electrons, protons and neutrons are fixed in an atom by J.J. Thomson, Rutherford, Niels Bohr, and we are going to discuss quantum theory of radiation, which was explained by Max Planck. Thank you.